What started as a legal dispute between NASCAR and two of its race teams has now escalated into something much more. Something personal. NASCAR has officially sued Michael Jordan's 2311 Racing and Front Row Motorsports, calling them an illegal cartel. The lawsuit is shaking the foundation of stock car racing, with NASCAR accusing 2311's co-owner Curtis Polk of masterminding a rebellion. Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin, and their legal team aren't backing down. Jordan's spokesperson made it clear, "If you're coming after Curtis, you're coming after me." So, what does this mean for the future of the sport? Let's break it all down. How it started. The lawsuit that rocked NASCAR. In October 2024, 2311 Racing and Front Row Motorsports, led by co-owners Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin, and Bob Jenkins, sued NASCAR. Their claim? That NASCAR's control over the sport is monopolistic and violates antitrust laws. The lawsuit argues that NASCAR owns the Cup Series and most of the tracks, forces teams to buy parts from approved suppliers, limits teams' ability to race in other stock car series, offers a revenue-sharing model that unfairly favors NASCAR over the teams. The biggest issue at play? The charter system. Introduced in 2016, charters act like franchise spots, guaranteeing teams a place in races and a cut of the revenue. But the teams argue that NASCAR controls this system in a way that leaves them with little financial leverage. Michael Jordan, speaking about the lawsuit, put it simply, "I did it for the smaller teams as well. Everybody should have an opportunity to be successful." But NASCAR didn't take this challenge lightly. NASCAR strikes back, an illegal cartel. In response to the lawsuit, NASCAR fired back with a countersuit, accusing 2311 and Front Row Motorsports of forming an illegal cartel. According to NASCAR's legal team, these two teams tried to pressure NASCAR into changing the charter system, threatened to boycott races, including the Daytona 500 qualifying events, secretly negotiated with other teams to gain their support, used Curtis Polk as the ringleader behind the scenes. Christopher Yates, NASCAR's lead attorney, didn't hold back, stating, "Curtis Polk doesn't understand the sport. He's done things that might work in the NBA, but they don't belong in NASCAR." But here's where things get really interesting. Michael Jordan wasn't having any of it. Michael Jordan fires back, "It's personal." Curtis Polk has been by Jordan's side for over 30 years. He helped build Jordan's empire, launch the Jordan brand with Nike, and even manage the Charlotte Hornets. Now he's a key figure at 2311 Racing. So, when NASCAR came after Polk, Jordan made it crystal clear. This is personal. A spokesperson for Jordan responded to NASCAR's attacks by saying, "Curtis and MJ stand united. If you're coming after Curtis, you're coming after him." Denny Hamlin, co-owner of 2311, also fired back, defending Polk. "That's like saying a chef doesn't know how to cook. Curtis has built Michael Jordan's empire. He knows business better than anyone." At this point, it's no longer just a business dispute. It's a battle over power, influence, and the future of NASCAR itself. The bigger picture. What's really at stake? This lawsuit isn't just about two teams fighting NASCAR. It's about the entire structure of the sport. Many teams have expressed frustration over NASCAR's financial model. While NASCAR itself is a billion-dollar business, teams rely heavily on sponsorships to survive. The teams argue that the sport's current system favors NASCAR's bottom line over their long-term stability. Even some NASCAR veterans like Richard Childress have acknowledged that the system isn't perfect. When asked about Curtis Polk's role in all this, Childress admitted, "Curtis didn't do anything different than the rest of us. He just wasn't afraid to push back." But there's another layer to this: the threat to the charter system. If 2311 and Front Row win in court, it could force NASCAR to change its entire financial structure. Some believe NASCAR might even dissolve the charter system altogether as a countermove, throwing the future of multiple teams into chaos. Where do we go from here? The lawsuit is set to go to trial on December 1st, 2025. If it drags on, it could take years to reach a final verdict. There are three possible outcomes. 1. The teams win. NASCAR is forced to change the charter system, giving teams more financial power. 2nd, NASCAR wins. The lawsuit is dismissed, and the current system stays in place. 3rd, a settlement. NASCAR and the teams negotiate a new agreement before things get worse. But here's the wild part. If the case goes forward, it could allow teams to look at NASCAR's financial records for the first time ever. If they find anything damaging, it could push NASCAR into a corner. A defining moment for NASCAR. No matter the outcome, this lawsuit is already one of the most significant legal battles in NASCAR history. Michael Jordan, Curtis Polk, and Denny Hamlin aren't just fighting for 2311 Racing. They're fighting to change how NASCAR operates at its core. On the other side, NASCAR is digging in, defending its structure and power. The way this lawsuit plays out could determine how the sport runs for the next decade. What do you think? Will 2311 and Front Row change NASCAR forever, or will NASCAR shut them down? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want more updates on this lawsuit, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell.